It's time for some sleep and to start day 3. Let's do it. Go to sleep. The bed is still cold from the wind, blown in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try the hardest to fall asleep. Or maybe it does.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you? This body's worthless anyway. No one does anything nice to it. It's all the system's fault. The system failed me. I'm going to say the body's worthless anyway. No one does anything nice to it.
And why might that be the case? What lava lights on such a bloated corpse to be?
These are just my desserts. I will endure the pain with dignity. What is this? I was on the express to Zero Home. I'm an artist, and liver damage is my art. Yeah, I'm going to endure this pain with dignity.
There's no dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You keep coming back to yourself in the mirror. But why? To admire all your accomplishments? You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I'm looking at people all the time. I like them. Just get me out of here then. Back to the other place.
Oh, baby boy, you're already in the other place. There's no nourishment for you tonight. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe if you like, took a lot of drugs before you go to sleep, that'd do the trick. Maybe if you weren't so hard on yourself.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts. You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Let me up. My own brain's just playing tricks on me. I need to ignore it. Oh, here we go. Anti-object task force. So, behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces, you're reforging the universe, from the anvil to the heavens, to the worms below. Indulge in it, be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage, a new reality. Also, You should trash your room again. +1 pain threshold. All physical learning caps raised by 1. Nice. Wait there, what else did that say? Attacking physical objects heals damage. Really? So I could just keep going out there to that post box and punching it. That is incredible. We've only got 2 more skill slots that we could possibly... Look at all these. Inexplicable feminist agenda, that's hilarious. Right then, come on, it's a new day, a new dollar. What does the mirror want? Have we got any stats that we can do something with the mirror yet? Not really. Now hold on before we go anywhere. Let's see if she's back. Because I'm still by myself. There, she's back. Oh, so we haven't missed it. So all of that fucking flapping and panicking at the end of last episode was for nothing, because I can speak to her now. Oh, happy days. I forgot that you've got a little bit of time to yourself before you go downstairs and pick up Kim. Right then.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night. Ah yes, she pours herself some more coffee. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer. It's one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium. Before you was only the room, the sound of the motor vehicle steam in the bathroom and darkness. Yeah. Wow, she nods. Elysium. You don't hear that term often. She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording. Did you hear something Sunday night from my room? There was the usual ruckus, she nods. Loud disco music. Did they have any visitors? I can't say, probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo. You mentioned loud disco music. Oh yes, various artists. Ostentatious Orange Cannon prime among them. She arches her eyebrow, waiting for it to connect with you. Oh, we're very huge where I come from. I was very young back then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, she says, half singing. But we go on. Yeah, we go on all right. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. What happened? A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat, that went on for quite some time. Some of the time you were yelling along with it. Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in St. Sains. Yes! There was a church in there. A really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that, and also, what else? That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're all alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. When you say wounded, do you mean like in the cool way, like a wild beast? Yes, it was very cool. Then what happened? Then you started screaming and trashed the place. Are you sure it wasn't being assaulted? No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. She takes a sip of her coffee and smiles. A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped, and furniture too, a real destructathon. They were screaming then. I think you passed out. Was there anything else? There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5, she nods, and that was it. Thank you. Done. No problem, sir. She feeds herself another cigarette. Why do I feel like you've won here? I really don't know, sir. She takes a sip of her cold coffee. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir, all the time. She smiles. A bitter little smile. She means it. But this turned out well for you. You've slipped past all suspicions. Clearly I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well would it have gone, I mean? She looks around. The wet wind, heavy with brine and industrial pollution from the stacks nearby, ruffles her hair. I'm stuck in Martinez like all of us. I've been up here for I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility. This all turned out well enough for you. You somehow managed to not become a suspect. Something seems off with this theory I developed about Ruby. The dried flowers on the roof, could Ruby have left them? These don't fit with anything. Like what? She narrows her eyes. All those ones, I don't know, sir. I said I have no idea what to make of them, honestly. I think they're just trash. Yeah, something seems off about this theory. I don't know what to say. It all seems fortunate for you. None of this is fortunate for me. This all turned out well. What are you contained for then? For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on. This all turned out well enough for you to somehow manage not become a suspect. Did I? She arches her eyebrows and sighs. Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me then? What I managed to do was get him killed. I'm the love that does people in, remember? That's it then, I guess. Boom. She nods slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes, not malicious, but dangerous. Let's get back to those lies you told. Lies, she repeats and trails off. It's unclear what she intended to say. Right, I'm not going to do that. Done. Well, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I didn't miss that, to be honest. Well then, let's go down and see what our mate Kim. We've got a few things we need him for. Kim Kitsurugi. My main man. So hold on. My question is, where the fuck was she at 12 o'clock last night? Because she wasn't in our apartment and she wasn't downstairs. There's definitely something fishy about her. I didn't trust her. I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. And that's not very far. Then again, I could probably throw her pretty far because my guy's a beast. Who the fuck are these? Let's go and see Kim first.
Yes?
Oh, he must automatically be with me, is he? Yes, he is. Happy days. Let's check our tasks. So we could possibly find the armor gloves if we can get across there now. Find the armor pieces. Find the murder weapon. Locate a working firearm. Oh, that's what I didn't do last night. Is I need to check the pawn shop. I can do that first thing as well. Ask about Ruby in the village. Determine where the shot came from. Get a map from the bookstore. Right, I need to do that. Inspect the boy. Somewhere in the reeds. Get 2 signatures for Everett. In the village as well. I've got to visit the apartment tonight at 9 o'clock. Close the water lock. Find Morel. Ask God if he knows how the victim's clothes got in the trash. Have I not already asked him this? Or why can I not ask him this already? I was supposed to do this last night.
Can I help you?
It's because I can't ask him about it. I can't ask him about the things in the trash. Then again, I did ask him that. Maybe it's just a bugged quest, because I did ask him that right at the start of the game. Okay, so we can rule that out. Who's this? Who's this woman? She looks a bit fishy. Horse-faced woman. The woman is an RCM patrol officer. In RCM patrol officer's uniform, winces as she notices
I
you.
would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Why, what's the crack of that like? As Lieutenant Kitsuragi explained, a patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant. Hold on, you're a patrol officer of the RCM?
Yes, I am.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
It's cool to see another cop. I thought Kim and I were the only ones. Why? I bring word of the end to come.
Of course he does.
Who's this guy? The man at the table says to
Word
himself.
of the end to come.
She shakes her head tired. Then something changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over
Okay,
her.
fine. Let's talk.
What precinct are
do
you
you
from?
want?
She sighs. Am I from God? He doesn't know. Fucking deranged lunatic. The sunglasses wearing man pushes through his teeth. Who's this prick? You're the police, right? Cool, so am I. I don't. She looks around. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, Judith. Got a name. What are you, the police, doing here? I'm just looking out for... Me? No one, the man looks at her. I'm just a man with sunglasses and you are... A policewoman. Yes, her voice is quiet. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. Goodbye. The time is now. What time? The time for the show. The hollow time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream. What is that? Huh. When did the countdown begin? Monday morning. The moment you arrived in this reality. You are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you, it will spread. This is because of the insane world ending I've been saying, isn't it? Yes, you spoke the words of, and the house of perikinesis. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose the meaning in this coming years. That's why you marked yourself. I do think the world might end soon. Opt in, baby. Cop of the apocalypse. That's all me, baby. The face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We've all become vapor. Cop of the apocalypse. Fucking right I am. You woke up in a hotel room and started rambling about the end of the world. It's not your normal everyday doom crying either. Something truly colossal is approaching. The gloom and the culling, the bloodletting of unimaginable proportions. Until now you've been pleasantly vague about the precise nature of the cataclysm. No more. Put the bloodletting on the banner and really figure out what's threatening the fragile physical reality you found yourself in. Oh, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Internalize that bad boy. I am the cop of the apocalypse. I am death. What's this guy's
You
jig
look
like?
shit.
I look like shit. I look like a legend. I'm sober, man.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
No, you don't. You look like a young god. I agree. Looks don't matter. It's what's on the inside that does. Go on. You get him, girlfriend.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm going by here.
Come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
Don't even try to win him over. You won't. Oh, we've got this. I can boost that with gear as well. Kim, who is this guy? He shakes his head. I'm not getting involved in this. It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the women beside him. Oh, the boy. They're mad at him. No wonder he didn't recognise them. Esprit de corps. Watch out for yourself, loser. Why would they do that? The voice so very familiar. Did you hear it? When calling to your station and reporting your badge mission. Is that cocksucker that fucking took the piss out of me? Wait, your voice, I recognise it. Oh, really? I wonder where. I lost my badge recently when I called in to report a miss and you were there. Nice. That's where you remember me from. Yes, I haven't seen you before. Okay then, it's probably a coincidence. People sounded like goodbye. Esprit de corps. Boom. Have one of them. Or that. Right then. Let's hit him with a big bada boom bing of an esprit de corps. Fucking prick. Talking to me like that. What a long-haired cocksucker.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
Boom, have some of this, bitch. You know what it is. It's like the two of you knowing each other. Just ask him. Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere? Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere. Another life. From where? From another life. Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonged to the ranks of the... He pauses. To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality? Fuck, which is it? 57th? (41st), 57th. I'm sure that's 57. I think even in this fictional reality, the 57th would still be my station. The lieutenant makes it a little nod towards the man with the sunglasses. My condolences, the man with sunglasses replies dryly. Go ahead, he nods. Another guess. 41st. Okay, the man sounds genuinely excited. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. He gives you a long, meaningful look and adds, somewhere good. Let's talk more about the hypothetical station 41 you mentioned. Oh, the hypothetical 41. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's just play around. Do you have a crime to solve? No, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. It's been quite a privilege seeing your work. This isn't helping, she says, shaking her head, looking at the man with the sunglasses disapprovingly. So what would our relationship be in this alternate universe? Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? Kim's cooler than you. I'm sure he is. Fucking flattered, but Kim is not part of this thought experiment. It's the one where we're partners. The lieutenant is silent. You seem like a bit of a drag. I could do better. None taken, my friend. None taken. He waves his hands. Let's be honest. There's some purely fictional talk in our imaginary station in regards to who'd even be worthy of your partnership. And the conclusion is that a man with your caliber should form his own one-man policing unit. Well, who else are on our police station? You're not going to believe this, but the man pauses for dramatic effect. Police officers. And Sir solving crimes looking at back. This guy's boring us now. I'm fucking bored. See you. It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness. Got some questions for you. I'm a cop. About what? You don't look like a cop. He inspects you. You know what you look like? Like a prophet. Not the prophet shit again. He looks away. He didn't answer your question. Who does this asshole think he is, a cop? Now will he answer some questions for me? No, he says calmly, then just keep staring at you. Why not? Because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? If you don't want to answer my questions, maybe you want to hear me say things. Actually, I don't want to hear you say things. Come on, Jean. So he's called Jean. Okay, say things. He adopts a lighter tone. I want to hear you say things. Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head. Okay, the person who was shot and then made it look like he was hanged, he might have been shot by the people who hanged him. Okay, the person who was shot and hanged. He may have been shot by the person who made it look like he was hanged. The person who we think shot him, who made it look like he was hanged, that we're looking for, we can't find her. Fuck this. Okay, I'm doing this investigation. A man is hanged. You think he was hanged as a cover-up to hide the shooting? Why am I telling you this? I don't know. Why are you? He gives you an odd look. Who knows why we do the things we do? Somehow bouncing those ideas off a man with sunglasses felt common, like you've done it before. You know what? It must be because he's buff. He looks like he works out. He's got the devil on his back. Oh my god, there's more. He looks at you in disbelief. You want something more? What is it? Fuck this guy then. Although that did benefit us. Fuck him. I want to solve this myself. Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical station 41. Weird, right? Super weird. There's something we're missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy and you'll probably get laughed at, but still. I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're from the same station. Yes. Done.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
Are we from the same station? I'm going to say no, just to see what you'll say to that. Okay. Okay. John, he said okay, give it a rest. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, blah blah blah. Fuck him. Guy's boring me. You can go and suck a dick. So next on the agenda, before I forget, let's run outside. Oh, so he's still here. I need to run outside and investigate the truck, because we've got some map pieces to put together. Then we're going to head to the bookstore. The bookstore. I didn't know why I turned it into bloody James Bond. Yes. The bookstore, of course. Where am I going again? The truck. It's over here. Boom. Oh, looks like the sound's fucked up again. I got no idea what causes that. I haven't even come out of the game. I've played this in one long big session. Passenger seat. What does all this mean? It means that the smugglers are secretly using the motorway to transport their goods and materials. They've infiltrated East Motor Tract, most likely. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them. Where does this contraband end up? Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the besmetai behind it. Besmetai? That sounds vaguely familiar. Besmetai is a Ravisholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Ravisholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Ravishol. With cool names, he adds, with contempt, like La Puta Madre and Ahuna Maza. It's a dark parody. What do you think? Who do you think is behind this? It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madra remains the most likely suspect. He's bad news. Kim removes his glasses and polishes them, pardon me, with the handkerchief. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madra's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it. Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past that they don't even know is there. Somewhere on a hidden field, a flash of light, whirring sound, camera lenses focus on a man in a ragged police uniform standing in a field of blood-red poppies. A blurry figure dressed white stands right by the camera. The bedraggled cop is holding a manure fork. Don't hurt me, he whimpers. But why? Why would I hurt my own peon? Asked the man in white. What kind of an animal would do such a thing? Done. The lieutenant nods. Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick up these later. The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently buying, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use. Done. So that's one thing down. Bookstore. We've got to go and get a map. Now hold on. Wasn't a guy in a yellow jacket mentioned somewhere? Can't speak to him. And who's this? That's the girl, that's the other woman. Now the thing is, I'm pretty low on money now. After spending 15... I've got 20, that's not bad. I'd rather be able to steal the map, you know. That'd work for me much better than paying for it. How much is it even? $0.90. It's only 90 cents, I'll buy it. I want to buy this map of Martinez. Always good to be informed of your surroundings. Good. Right, the worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Trace a path through the grid. Your finger moves through the various streets across Rue de St. Gilles Lane and Rue de St. Cispar over St. Brune and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself. For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and then the map tab. Right. Journal. Aha! Look what we've got now. Okay. So what did that do? And use it on Clash's window. Come on then. Doing some detective work. Detectiving the shit out of this. I wonder if this is the final part of the puzzle that lets us pinpoint where the shooter was. Whoa, 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 whoa. All these mesmerizing machines just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Run your finger across the dust to the white Diora machine. Feels like it might have jumped back to life any moment, and the lights illuminating the white-robed woman. What's white Diora? Some kind of, he looks around thinking, inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst. The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines. How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some ball? You can't fire them up, they're broken. Only one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball, he looks away. What a dumb name, Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of those machines about now. Encyclopedia Low. I'm gonna risk it for a chocolate biscuit, fuck it. Success! Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka Kimball. Yeah, baby. Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him. You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi. So now he remembers. He looks at you in the silence of the workshop, then takes his glasses off and cleans them. Fine. I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi. He puts them back on, aka the Kimball. You remembered, congratulations. Wait, but I still can't remember anything else. Wonderful, he only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman. You don't seem to really like pinball. No human being should. It's a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights, and to fantastic science fiction and historic romance franchises. It's lame. Then why are you called Pinball? I'm not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy. How did you... He puts his glasses back on. Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you were a juvenile cop. Okay. It was not okay. I need to become a pinball champion. He should has. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful, and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story. You're a juvie cop for 15 years. That's... Time is over now. He looks at the pinball machine and breathes in. I was already a 38-year-old man, and unbecoming, as was playing pinball. So that's why he didn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and overstressor disorder from being a juvie cop. Wait, so that's why you didn't talk to Kuno? It's best if you handle juvenile delinquency, nods. Don't worry. I'll keep calling you Kim. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is good too, he nods. Okay, he likes the formal approach, fair enough. Well, that was unexpected. I didn't expect this guy to be a pinball champion, like. Now, when you say getting sidetracked again, I forgot what I was even doing. We're going to the window. Right, I have the map. Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez. According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an inlet in the bay. Let's call them B prime, more precisely. B for boardwalk, B for Land's End, and B for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too faint to zoom in on. Have a look at the boardwalk. 700 metres away, the likeliest of the B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest, even with the light on inside. We're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account. What about Land's End? 1.2 kilometres away. The least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent? No, too far-fetched. What about the islet? So that's here. 1 kilometre away, an unlikely point of origin beyond the dock somewhere, on an islet in the bay. Of Martinez, perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de St. Gilles Lane 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme and access to the aisles are questionable. Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez? From where precisely? The boardwalk, Land's End, or the islet? I see you have given this a lot of thought, he remarks, raising an eyebrow. Are those the locations you've signalled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance? Much less than from the roof, but still. Okay, well, we should see if there's a gunshot residue or sniper nest if we go down the coast. Rule the spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going to go with the roof version. It fits the hidden path. I don't think it's the roof. Leave. Excellent. Top detective work. So I think there's only one place to go now, innit? Across to a new island. A whole new world. We need to try and close the lock. But before we do that, I'm just going to check my inventory. I'm just going to check we've investigated everything before we go to a new world, I should say. Right. What do I want to wear? So that's minus suggestion. So wait there. That gives me only positive points. A shirt. Drama. Because these are all the stuff I'm weak in. Nowadays I don't care. I like looking like this. Give me that. That's probably the best top we've got, to be honest. Drama t-shirt. Awesome pants. Good shoes. Good gloves. Good necklace. Visual calculus and -1 drama. Logic and authority. Actually, I'll keep the visual calculus on because we'll offset the drama with that down there. Reaction speed. Right, I think that's good. Right then, so let's look at our gear. Interact. But we're not going to do that yet. Dried Maybells. See, I never interacted with this. 6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They are white, a bell-shaped crown. What is this, Kim? This is the Insulindon lily. The lieutenant corrects his glasses, called Maybells, or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on the soldiers before sending them off to battle. Who pinned them which side? The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their collar, but the custom started in the Caesarian's army, so it held meaning for the Kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Does the flower blossom early in spring? Yes, but not this early. Is it a coincidence, being on the roof? Maybe, maybe not. He makes a note in his little notebook, we'll see. Very well. The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Water flows under the channel bridge, dark water. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none. Blow on your fingers. Inland, above the Martinez distributory, the channel that brought waste water from the silk mills of Jamrock and then dead bodies during the Civil War. The wrinkled fingers of an old man crush flower petals. Okay then. I don't really think that's that relevant, if I'm honest. What else? The hell is this? 16 days in the coldest April. Feels heavy. Indeed, the book was unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. They would do that in Grad. How long is this book anyway? You flip through the book, the page is thinner. The pages are thinner than you realised and type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. Put the book... Oh, this is how you pass time in it. Put the book away. Oh, the damaged ledger. Logic and interfacing. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time on arrival on the scene, followed by the title, for example, blah blah blah. Weren't those officer precinct? Why yes, your precinct number is 41 in HDB. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Harry Dubois. Okay then. Oh bloody hell, look at all this. I can revisit this later. 28% on interfacing. Can I boost that anyway? I'll tell you what we can do. We've got plenty of points to spend. So what I could do is I want to test interfacing, If it fails, I'll put another point in interfacing until we get it. Right, come on then. Right, continue. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck, I'm not wasting all them points in interface now. I'm willing to risk 1 point in interfacing, but no more. It's taking a piss out of me, this. Fuck it. I might just leave it. I haven't even got any equipment that can boost interfacing. That's the thing. I'll give it one last shot. If it doesn't happen this time, then I'm just leaving it. Come on, you cocksucker. Show me the fucking money. Yes, finally. Just relax. The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like the draw that's come off the sides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, slide the drawer open. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. What's inside? 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. Pick up the ticket stubs. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles towards each other in the coloured pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to a zoo in Revershall East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too. Pick up the card. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. Smell it. Smells of chewing gum, apricot flavoured. Continue. A touch of cinnamon. The end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. Open it. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile. You think, although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. What the hell? Who's this? Is this from my wife? Throw it away, please. Nah, I need to know. Keep reading. Your hand shakes holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Now hold on. Voyager Road's come up a couple of times, and every time it's been mentioned, my inner self tries to block it out. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach a fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step on the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 49 and walk back to you. Keep reading. You, every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always come back to it. Keep reading. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs, and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Continue. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. Hold on, baby, come on, you can do this. To what? There's nothing. Continue. Detective, is everything alright? Falls sideways. What's happened? Have I just fainted? My guy just fainted. If he's remembering the love of his life, that he's maybe tried to black out with drink for whatever reason, I wonder if she's dead. Shit, what's happened? What the hell is this? Game over. Have we, like, found true bliss? Or true sadness? Begin.
There is nothing. Again.
Nothing.
Nothing, sad brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
See? It doesn't want me to remember.
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it, still trying to hold on to the great sorrow slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleomammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
White Mourning. I'm dying to find out what this is. Tell him. Tell him.
Ah, yes, and in the olfactory system they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so, but as they say, what do you do?
Smelled so nice.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Where's Voyager Road? I already know my name's Harry, so we could have figured out my name earlier on if we'd done this. What was that X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing?
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
It's all on pause. I think he is talking about my relationship, you know. So my name appears to be Harry.
Your name is fuck all.
Fuck all.
It certainly ain't Harry.
Why are these lying to me? Then what is it?
Your name is passed out on the ground, dragged around by one of the other evil apes. They're taking you somewhere.
Enough. Just lie there motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you, something in you, and it's
Delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. Oh, look, I'm at Kim's car. Where am I? In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, sitting in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin. Drink water. The lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth. Drink. The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself. As it pours down your parched throat, the pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts. Drink. He tilts the canister. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of dehydration. Drink. With greedy gulps, you down half a litre of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it. Continue. What happened? I should ask you the same. You were reading your paperwork, then you passed out. I carried you to my Kineman. To take you to hospital, then you came to. How long was it out? 10 minutes? I came into contact with the burnt out ruins of the past. I was dehydrated. It won't happen again. I fuck it. Start climbing out of the motor car. I was dehydrated. It won't happen again. Right. He hands you on the waterlogged remains of your ledger. Continue. Ledger of failure and hatred. You drop this. Are you okay to proceed? Let's solve this case. Nice. The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in the hands for skill bonuses. Find it under the tools section in your inventory. +1 Indolent Empire, +1 Empathy, -2 Authority. Hey, that could come in handy, that. Hey, we just found a way to boost our stats. Huh. So we got a new thing there, didn't we? White something. White Mourning. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hotel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter. At the mention of what? A great white object, letting out its sweet smell, like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name. But he still remembers the feeling, and look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. We need this. Fucking hell, I'm running out of skill points fast. Temporary research bonus, -1 authority. Okay then. So we've got massive stat deficits here because of all these things we're learning. But hopefully it'll open up something about that letter. Who it was. Was it my wife? Where is she? What happened to her? Oh my god, there's so many questions. There's so many questions. I'll tell you what, I didn't look at the time. We started this episode with barely getting outside of the whirling and rags. Tied up a few things, and an hour's passed already. Time flies with this game, right? So, call it an episode here. When we come back next episode, I'm heading south. I want to stop by the pawn shop. I want to inquire about the gun and the bullet, and then we're going to cross the dock place. Not the dock, you know what I mean. The bridge. The bridge that should be openable since it's Wednesday. Right, see you there, lads.